In a previous tutorial we looked at lookup tables. We also looked at how we can use the lookup table in this case to convert numeric marks to letter grades. And in fact we use this formula here, which is lookup. It takes the reference of the original mark. It then defines the lookup table itself and then tells us where the returned response would be. In this case it's row 6 of the lookup table. We copied them down, and when we copied them down we protected the row references of the lookup table by using these dollar signs, which is called an absolute reference. This is a relative reference because it will change as we copy it down, but absolute references will remain the same. So we were able to copy this formula without it being destroyed. The next thing we can do is we can do something slightly different, and instead of using absolute referencing to protect an area, we can use what's called a named range. So we're going to be looking at assessment number 2. So assessment number 2 is obviously on this row here. So if we select this area, we can call this a name. We're going to call it lookup 2. Okay. Now what we can do here is put in our lookup formula. So it's equals, of course, because of a formula, lookup, lookup rather, because we're going in a horizontal direction, open bracket, and we click on our original mark, comma. Now instead of putting in a series of references, we can put in just a name. So it's look up 2, and we've got it referenced here. You can see look up 2. So look up 2, and we can see the area that look up 2 has been defined in, and then comma, and our response is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's in the 5th row of that region, and we find we've got the mark already converted. Now we can copy this down, and here are all our marks. If we click on this cell, we'll notice that the lookup 2, I've made a bit of a spelling mistake there, but it's the name of this area, is this here and here and here. So our lookup, should be lookup, has named this area here, and it remains the same even though the formula copies down. So that's how you can name a range. The other thing we want to look at is conditional formatting. Okay, to match our promotion repeat here, we're going to actually mark these marks, and it's going to show red if the student has achieved under 40. So the way we do that is by selecting the area that we want to be conditionally formatted. We go up here and click conditional formatting, and we're going to select a new rule. Now we want to format cells that contain, that's what we want, so we click on that. We want the cell value, we want it less than 40, and the format we want to set is that our color of our text changes to red. Okay. Now if we look here, we've got our text that is less than 40 has become red because our conditional formatting, as we just set out here before, was that a cell is less than 40, it becomes red text. Now you can do that with a number of different formats, but that is how you use conditional formatting.